One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He was 31 yards there and a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover two or a two-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 20! And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run this with Akers. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. Hey. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Here we go, G. Let's go.
To throw again, Murray. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the 49ers.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Joe Mixon, 31 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Niners 10, Falcons nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down.
Shrink that ball. 53 is the mark. 53, check 53. It's been a long day for you.
From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Francisco.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mixon. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On the carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mixon on the toss right. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one good for 37 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Akers. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
On the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mike, 53, more. Let's go, team. Big series.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Complete to number 84. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. At the Niners' 21-yard line.
53 is the mark. Send back. Let's go.
Here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll look to run with Akers. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
To Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's the ball carrier.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Akers. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you saw...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's got this down to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This ball complete to Rager. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Now Murray again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Akers. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Reagor, 73 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run this with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Now a run with Akers. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cam Akers, saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. It's a run with Akers. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
He was taken.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Murray's going to keep it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Crosby on the
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
45's the mic. Here we go. 45. Mike, 45. Who that? 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit?
And nothing but daylight ahead. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 44, Falcons 28. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down, San Francisco.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lambo is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll run here with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Murray now on 1st down. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd and 8 coming up. Again, it's Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, on the move to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
second down now. Mixon, and pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Again, it's Mixon. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Fourth down.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.